All right, my friends, it's a shootout between the TC Electronic Quintessence and the Electro-Harmonix Intelligent Harmony Machine. Which one wins? Before we start comparing the two pedals, let's talk about the difference between a harmonizer and a pitch shifter. These two pedals are harmonizers. That means that they will take a single note that you play, right? And then they will add harmony notes either on top of it or below the pitch. So think of it as, a band like the Allman Brothers, or if you're really old like me, Wishbone Ash, or any other band that you may like where there's two guitarists and they play harmonized leads. That's the whole idea of these pedals. Typically, these pedals don't do well if you play a chord. They're really meant for playing single notes at a time. Now let's do a feature comparison. The Intelligent Harmony Machine has a mono input and a mono output that can be either wet, dry, or a mix of the two. It also has a dry-only output. The Quintessence, on the other hand, has full stereo inputs and outputs. Both pedals have a mix knob that allows you to balance out the dry and the harmonized signals. The Intelligent Harmony Machine, though, has an overall level knob, so you can dial it down to no signal at all getting through the pedal to a lot. Let's talk about bypass switches. The Quintessence allows you to set up for either a true bypass or buffered bypass configuration. The Intelligent Harmony Machine, on the other hand, only has a buffered bypass option. Both pedals have a latch and momentary option. So when you're in latch option, the bypass switch literally turns the effect on and off. If it's in momentary mode, then the effect is only on as long as you're pressing down the bypass switch. Because both of these pedals are harmonizers, you have to tell the pedal what key you're playing in. And both pedals support all keys with the use of a natural and sharp switch and a rotary dial to dial in the key, say C sharp or B flat or what have you. The Intelligent Harmony Machine also has a switch that allows you to toggle between major and minor. So if you want to play, for example, I'll be playing in C sharp minor and C sharp major on the Intelligent Harmony Machine. The Quintessence, on the other hand, has a dial that allows you to select the mode. So of course you can do major and minor, but you can also set up for other modes such as Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Dorian, what have you. It's pretty flexible. Both pedals also have a harmony knob, and this allows you to dial in the interval of the harmony that you wish to play. Say, for example, you want to play minor third harmonies or major sixth harmonies, for example. You can dial those up with the harmony knobs on both pedals. Now, there are some minor differences in the options you can select, but it's pretty close. Now, there are a couple of other big differences between the two pedals. The Intelligent Harmony Machine has an option to turn it into a polyphonic pitch shifter, which is somewhat similar to the Electro-Harmonix Pitchfork or the TC Electronic Brainwaves or any other polyphonic pitch shifter. The Quintessence is a TC Electronic pedal, so it supports TC Electronic's TonePrint technology. This means you can fire up a TonePrint editor and create your own custom TonePrint of interval, scale or mode, and even other behaviors. In addition, the Quintessence also supports TC Electronics' MASH technology, which basically turns the bypass button into a built-in expression pedal. So you can assign different functions like a sweep of an interval, for example, to the MASH pedal itself. And when you push down and hold on the button, you can activate those dynamic behaviors. All right, enough of the features. Let's talk sound now. Here's my clean tone. This is tuned to C sharp. I've got heavy gauge strings, so I'm going to be playing in the key of C sharp for this demonstration. All right, let me go ahead and turn on the Intelligent Harmony Machine. I've set it up for C sharp minor. with an interval of a minor third. Here's what this sounds like. Now, I've got the Quintessence set up in exactly the same way. Here's what that sounds like. Let's go back. Let's listen to that low C sharp on both of them. Let's hop over to the intelligent harmony machine. Drop a comment. Let me know if you think there's a difference between the two pedals. I'd be really interested to know your thoughts. Make sure you're wearing headphones so you can really hear it. Let's flip over to major mode and check this out. Let me flip the Quintessence over to major mode. I almost forgot what it was called. Let's see if the IHM has the same intervals there. Yeah, it is interesting. I am finding major and minor modes. Both pedals will pick out the same note intervals to harmonize with. Now, what I'd like to do is throw in a little bit of delay, just a little bit, because I personally would never use a dry harmonizer. I'm always going to use it with, some other effects. So let's try that out. I'll leave it in major mode, C sharp major. Again, what do you think? Drop a comment. Let me turn off the effects, at least the delay, and I did add some reverb. Let me go ahead and add some distortion for a lead tone. Here is what the distortion is without any harmonization. All right. So let's try some minor action here from both pedals. Again, I'm going to play in C sharp minor to keep it simple. Quintessence. What do you think? Drop a comment. Let me know. Let's throw a little delay on there, and just delay this time. Oh, actually, 2 delays this time. Let's check this out. Let's try a little volume swell action. What do you think? All right, let's stay in C sharp minor, but I want to briefly explore another harmony, in other words, another interval. I've switched both units from minor third to a perfect fifth above. So it's going to harmonize based around perfect fifths. So let's try that out again. We're still in C sharp minor. Quintessence. Let's try a little distortion here. I should mention that I am putting the distortion pedal in front of the harmonizers. In other words, I want to harmonize my distorted lead tone. I don't want to distort the harmonized tone. Now, you may like it in the other direction, and that's fine, but that's what I'm doing with this particular setup. All right, let's take a minute or two and check out some of the big differences. First up is the ability of the Intelligent Harmony machine to switch into polyphonic pitch shifter mode. And I've got this set up to a perfect fifth interval, which is very similar to the way I typically use the Electro-Harmonix pitchfork. And you can hear its parallel fifths. I can also, theoretically, play chords. Now, I have to say, I don't think the Intelligent Harmony machine's quite as good as the Pitchfork or the Brainwaves in full-on polyphonic pitch shifting. I feel like there were a few maybe compromises made just to make it all happen in one pedal. Here's what it sounds like with a little bit of delay and some volume swells. One of the interesting things about the Quintessence is that it allows you to create your own custom mode. So you can do, like I mentioned, major, minor, other modes like Phrygian, Mixolydian, Lydian, all that good stuff. But you can create your own. Like I could create Bill Vencil Lydian mode if I wanted to. I've got it set to custom mode right now. This is what ships with the pedal. I'm not really sure what it is, and I'm back to a minor third interval in C sharp. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'd kind of like to go into the TonePrint editor to check it out. And also another difference with the Quintessence is its support of TonePrints and the mash button. I've got it set to the out-of-the-box TonePrint 3, and here's what that sounds like. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Threw a little delay on that. Yeah. So you can take the actual harmonization and really tweak it. And as you can hear, you can even do things like interject delays into the harmonized notes. Well, I've been asking you to drop comments and let me know what you think, so I'll do it one more time. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. But the real question, I think, is, which one wins? As in so many things in life, I think the answer is it depends. So they do have similar capabilities, kind of the core capabilities are similar. But there are some big differences. For example, the intelligent harmony machine can turn into a polyphonic pitch shifter. It's pretty cool. The Quintessence, on the other hand, has the TonePrints, the mash pedal, and it has a much more flexible set of modes and keys and such like that for actually dialing in specifically what harmonies you're looking for. There's also a cost differential. The Intelligent Harmony machine, as of the posting of this video, at least here in the US, is quite a bit more expensive than the Quintessence. So you'll want to factor that in too. Maybe the deciding factor is what you're going to use it for. Do you need a pedal that is more flexible in the harmony department for having lots and lots of options for creating harmonized lead lines? Or are you okay with more basic harmony options with the Intelligent Harmony machine, but maybe also having that capability to flip into polyphonic pitch shifter mode? We're not done with TC versus EHX shootouts. Here's one between the pitchfork and the brainwaves. Check that video out. I'll see you all over there.